Hi everybody, and welcome back to Lost Genre Reddit Stories. This post is from the subreddit Am I the A-hole, and it's by user ThrowawayAITAWBride. Am I the a-hole for refusing to give up my dream wedding dress, though it means my fiance's family will not attend? I'm in a lot of turmoil right now, and it feels like everything is falling apart. I have never had a great relationship with my future mother-in-law. It isn't terrible, but I can sense that she doesn't like me. My fiance is very close to his family, so there has been some tension. I didn't invite my mother-in-law wedding dress shopping because our relationship is awkward, but I thought I'd show her a picture to make her feel included. My dress is a beautiful flowy beachy dress, but not technically a wedding dress and could be ordered in color. I bought it from a small local boutique that we both love. My mother-in-law said I can't wear the dress because she bought the same one for her 50th birthday, which is 2 weeks after my wedding. My mother-in-law does have the dress though, in a mint green color. There is enough detailing that it is still clearly the same dress. And she has the receipt to prove she got it first. Lavish birthday parties are a thing in our circle, so I know she has invested serious time and money in this party. I said that I'm still going to wear the dress, despite the fact that I could easily return it with no loss, because I didn't do this out of malice and I love it. My mother-in-law said if she wears it 2 weeks after I do, everyone is going to think she is pathetic and copying her son's wife. I said sorry, but not really my problem. Everyone has gone crazy since I said that. His entire side of the family and the friends mother-in-law invited have all backed out of the wedding. So like 15 people, and it will be noticeable. His sisters were supposed to be part of the wedding party on his side, but dropped out and have blocked him on everything. His stepdad won't talk to him and says he regrets raising him and he isn't a real man because a real man would stand up for his mom. His bio dad is even on mother-in-law's side, which doesn't surprise me because they are good friends. But he called us up to shame us the other night. My fiance is hurting and found out his family had a big beach day and invited everyone but him. He called my mother-in-law and they talked but didn't come to a resolution. She said if I refuse to do the right thing, the only answer is no one going to her party can go to the wedding. He tried calling my sister-in-law and found out she blocked him. He is mad at me now and feels like she had it first. I think I may be the a-hole because she did have it first, and her party is relatively close to a wedding when it comes to time and money. I am allowing him to lose his family over a dress, and I see how much pain he is in. Am I the a-hole? Oof, there is a lot to unpack here, but I don't want to make my commentary so long, so I'm gonna say everything and everybody sucks in this situation. The social circle just sounds like a lot of frenemies, and yeah, yikes. The stepdad is an idiot. You're not a man if you don't stand up for your mom. That is so wrong. He should stand up for his wife. The way the whole family reacted, not inviting him to the beach day and blocking him on everything, is so ridiculously childish that it makes them a-holes as well. You say you could easily give the dress back with no loss. Would you mind looking for another one? I mean, you see how much pain this is causing and how much of a rupture is causing in the whole family. I know it's your wedding, OP, and you should get to choose whatever dress you want. But is it worth the whole outcome? And your mother-in-law doing that ultimatum thing that either you drop the dress or nobody in the family's coming? That just sucks. Absolutely sucks. And your husband. I know he's in a tough position, but when you're in tough positions, you still need to make a decision. Okay, I think I squeezed in everything I wanted to say. Maybe I skipped a thing or two, so apologies for that. Anyways, what do you guys think OP should do? What would be your judgment or advice? Let me know in the comment section, and now let's move on to the community comments to see what they said. Terra Pharma says, everybody sucks here. All of you sound difficult, except possibly your significant other who is caught between a bunch of self-righteous entitled people who don't care about the damage they do. Grundle Stiltskin says, everybody sucks here. To be honest, you kind of walked into this one by purchasing a non-wedding dress from a local boutique that the two of you both like. There was always going to be a distinct possibility of something like this happening because of that. Maybe you can suggest going dress shopping with your future mother-in-law to find her a new dress for her birthday? 50th birthdays are kind of a big deal. Not like a wedding, but still a significant milestone. So I understand that she wants to look nice for it, and there's probably a good chance that a large number of the guests at her birthday will have also attended your wedding, and she's not totally out of line of thinking people might say she copied you. But again, you are the one buying your wedding dress from a local non-bridal boutique, so you are running the risk of buying something that other people would want to wear to non-wedding events. Honestly, I think the main issue your mother-in-law has is the fact that you didn't invite her to dress shopping, and are also brushing her off rudely by saying, "Not my problem," not the fact that she has the same dress as you. And OP responds, "I actually did suggest that and offered to pay for it. She played fake confused and said why would she need a different dress since she is never going to see me in mine. I'm done talking to her because she asked me to please not contact her anymore. Her kids blocked me on everything, and her husband banned me from the house." Rusty Little Spoon says, "I may be a little biased on this, but honestly, drop every single one of these people out of your life, not the a-hole. These people just showed you, both you and your future husband, that they care more about their image than their family. They are willing to miss your wedding and literally kick you out of family events over a dress. That is absolutely ridiculous. Please do not give in to this manipulation. They are trying to set a standard where they will force you and your husband to do what they want for the rest of your life. This is incredibly manipulative and it will not stop. If you allow this to slip by, it will get more frequent and worse. Your future husband is a great man for standing up for you and being on your side. Not many people have the strength to stand up to their families like this. Do not give in to this blatant manipulation." And OP responds, "He is wavering though. He said he doesn't know if he'll marry me if I wear the dress because he thinks she is morally in the right. He only stood up for me to present a united front in case we do get married." OP's edit for some information. Mother-in-law has never acted like this before, truly ever. She is extremely laid back, doesn't show emotion, not really attention seeking, which is why my fiancé is so confused. At this point, I think the relationship with his sister and stepdad is beyond repair for now, and I am scared to have them at the wedding. And to all the people saying I should wear it to her birthday, LMAO, but I'm banned and her ex has already promised to act as a bouncer, not that I'd ever crash it. Final edit. My dress is going back and I apologized to her because I can't understand it, but something deeply hurt her. My mother-in-law and my fiancé are talking for the first time in over a month. She seems exhausted and sad, but maybe there is hope. I really don't think stepfather-in-law or sister-in-laws will ever get over this, but we'll see. Well, community gave judgment and OP decided to put the dress back. So now we're going to move on to the update and then some more context from the update comments to truly understand why OP made this decision. So I posted here a few months ago about my mother-in-law wanting to wear the same dress to her 50th as I bought for my wedding. She did have the dress first and receipts to prove it. I got a lot of mixed feedback and ultimately decided to return the dress. It clearly triggered something massive for her. We got married a month ago and mother-in-law did agree to come after originally refusing. Stepfather-in-law, the man who raised my husband, would not be swayed, and sister-in-laws have blocked him on everything and did not want to hear it. I kind of wondered if she was going to pull something crazy, which isn't really her style, but this whole thing has been crazy. She was very quiet and just hung out with her ex. My mother-in-law and my husband have talked a little, and she just isn't in the mind frame for a relationship right now. She is extremely hurt, and I don't get it, but she obviously needs her space. She barely spoke during the wedding. I actually reached out to stepfather-in-law, which probably wasn't my place, but he said we didn't see her sobbing in her arms. We can't get what we did to her. I know I got a lot of pushback on my decision to return the dress, and people saying it's just a birthday, but it really isn't. Yeah, she might get one every year, but a massive party for her 51st just seems a little odd. I remember my mom's 50th and how much she put into that. It was like a wedding. My mother-in-law invited us to her party after uninviting us and her ex pledging to play security. Ultimately, we decided not to go because of how angry stepfather-in-law and both sister-in-laws are. and stepfather-in-law admitted he was uncomfortable at the thought of seeing us. It was too much for my husband to see his whole family there. She had her party over the weekend, and yes, I social media snooped a bit. It looked great. She looked really happy. I'm at peace that I didn't get my dream dress. As for us, my husband is going to therapy to heal from the grief. He has realized he needs to respect his sisters, and they are serious. The younger one broke down sobbing and said I did the right thing, but he didn't do anything, and she can't forgive him for just letting their mom get hurt. I still don't totally get it, but it's okay. My mother-in-law doesn't express feelings, so for some reason this was her hill to die on. She doesn't seem too interested in a relationship, so they'll have the occasional text, I guess, and everything's over. I'm happy she has a good party, and I'm looking forward to my husband's healing and the rest of our lives. So up until this point in the story, I also didn't understand why the massive overreaction, particularly from the stepfather-in-law and the sisters-in-law. So I went digging through the comments and found some information that could shed a light on this thing, so stick with me and let's continue with that now. More information. I don't think we're going to see much of her. She isn't into grandkids. She has one and just isn't a kid person. She did break down and showed emotion, so she's embarrassed, and when she's embarrassed, she pulls away. There aren't going to be family events or holidays because her husband doesn't want us in their house. And she is the marriage comes first type. I love my husband and he is worth all of this, but I don't think we'll be seeing much of her. If someone close to me bought the same dress I bought for something I put as much time and money into as a 50th birthday party and was going to wear it before me, I'd be very hurt. You only get so many big special days in your life, and we can all debate if a wedding automatically trumps a birthday, but she has the receipt to prove that she bought it first. What really did it for me was thinking about my mom's 50th and how much it meant to her. My mother-in-law is a couple of years younger than my parents, her husband and her ex, so everyone had already had theirs and she had already poured effort into her husband. I don't think I could cut my child off for any reason, but I would have been devastated in her shoes. I do believe she has PTSD, which I think I triggered. She never shows any emotion, so it really freaked everyone out, and there was some tension going into it. We are very different people and she does not like being around me. I think there was already a lot of tension and she had been closing herself off from her son for a while. His sisters just blame me for ruining the family, and stepfather-in-law isn't getting over seeing her that hurt, which I didn't see the extent of it, but it obviously broke his heart. She wants to be the princess for a day. I'm not judging her, my mom felt the same way and I had similar fantasies about my wedding. Though I don't have the bad blood, she does. Everyone who talks crap about her had to see how great she looked, how much her husband adores her. They even had to be nice to her face. I get why she did it, but we do kind of live in a cesspool where you just have to invite some people. All I can say is she is completely right. Had I worn the same dress, people would have noticed and talked crap. And she gets a lot of crap talked about her. In her mind, I tried to ruin the day that was all about her. And she is a pragmatic person, so to her, she had it first, and I was morally in the wrong. So apparently, mother-in-law has some issues that OP wanting to wear that dress triggered. And even though it's not a deep explanation, it's the best I could find in the whole post. So hopefully that makes more sense to you guys. Anyways, OP, congratulations on the wedding, and all the best to both you and your husband in the future. Take care and thanks for sharing. Now, we move on to the next post. This post is from the subreddit Petty Revenge, and it's by user AmphibianDo. Former friend teams up with a girl that hates me and try to bully me at the pub. I'm friends with the pub landlord. When I was in my late teens, I used to hang out down the pub a lot. It was a really sociable place where a lot of my friends would get together every weekend. It was the best spot for all the young alternative types, and myself and many others had been going there since before we were 18. This was about 15 years ago. The landlord of this pub was an awesome, really nice dude who was welcoming and friendly, but also took zero crap. He knew a lot of us were underage when we began drinking there, but would only kick out the people that caused trouble. If you were sensible, you could stay. Back then, I had this friend, Lucinda. We were really close once. I would have done anything for her, but she had a habit of lying and attention seeking. We fell out hard when she slept with a guy I was seeing at the time. I sacked him off too. And I finally realized how little she really cared about me. There was also a girl, Leanne, a few years older than us, who for a short time would verbally attack me in public for no good reason. I later found out her boyfriend, who I had a passing friendship with, had been telling her that he made out with me, which was a lie. I have no idea why I was being dragged into it. So I go down the pub on a Friday night as usual, though this was not long after I had actively ended the friendship with Lucinda. I see both her and Leanne at a table together having a whale of a time, laughing loudly and rather blatantly trying to make me feel uncomfortable. This was blatant because I know for a fact that they had never socialized or been friendly with each other before this. They had obviously bonded over some mutual hatred of me. Me, being a sensitive 18-year-old, did find this uncomfortable, but I was determined not to let it ruin my night. So I hung out with a bunch of awesome punk mates of mine and had a great time at the other end of the pub, completely out of the view of both Leanne and Lucinda. Though I'd have to walk past their table to use the ladies' room, and every time I did, they would loudly make comments about me and laugh. After a couple of drinks, I was feeling brave and remembered that Lucinda was still 17, and it was 10 minutes past 9 in the evening. The pub landlord would chuck out the underage kids at 9 p.m, the ones he didn't like anyway. So when I went to the bar and ordered a drink from the landlord and said, "Oh, you know Lucinda is still here and it's past 9 p.m, right?" He gave me a knowing look and said, "Ah yes, she's still 17, isn't she? Don't worry, I'll handle it." I thanked him and sat back down. About 10 minutes later, both Lucinda and Leanne walked past me on their way to exiting the pub with faces like thunder. Neither say a word to me, nor do I make eye contact with them. I just continue enjoying my night with my awesome friends at the pub that I love. The landlord actually passed away a few years after this, and I often tell this story when reminiscing with other friends who knew him. He was a legend. Well, OP, he does sound like a cool guy, although I don't know if he was allowing underage drinking or not because I don't know where you're from. He sounds like a guy that had your back. Thanks for sharing, OP. And it's that time that we've reached the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed today's stories. I really did enjoy reading them to you. So if you did, then don't be shy and go ahead and give the video a like. And don't forget to subscribe or even share this video with people that you might think will enjoy my storytelling. Also, if you have the time, go down to the video description and check out all the links I have for you, from our Discord community to my channel merch. And finally, I'd like to say thank you for watching. It really means a lot to me that you enjoy my videos. And having said all that, I'll see you guys in the next video.